bitches!
Yes, what up, bitches, indeed. It's Jay and Nick. We're back from the second CMP race of the year, where, as usual at CMP, there was some great stuff. There was the Mercedes 300 diesel with the 70s Toyota bodywork on it. There was the Knox Vegas Lowballers made their truck into a maximum overdrive replica. That was absolutely fantastic. And there was a Pinto wagon. It's so slow they needed a little supercharging. So what did they do? They took the electric leaf blower motor out of the garage, wired up. That lasted like 5 laps before they blew up. But that was totally sweet too. And we had great penalties. Phil came up with the war correspondent penalty. You have to get very somber. You sit at your portable Underwood typewriter. You have to type up a report, in this case an apology to the tower of why you screwed up and why you won't do it again. And then you had to hand carry it up to the tower. That was hella sweet. And we had the CMP parade. Everybody puts their cars in the trailer. They go to the nearby town of Camden. Camden puts on a parade of the race cars. Everybody stands around, has a big block party drinking. We do the judging. That was just hella sweet.
Now, this being South Carolina, it was kind of surprising the number of unmanly Miatas in this race.
Yeah.
And, you know, being a low-powered car with a lot of grip, they should have no problem staying on the track. Well, that wasn't the case. 3 of these things blew off the track all at the same time. Phil brought them in, and hey, it's the Miata's 25th birthday, so Phil had them celebrate, and it was really just great. And, you know, we have an alleged Mazda engineer who is a veteran LeMons participant, and he had something to add about people who cannot keep a Miata on the racing surface. Dave?
The heroic fix went to Interceptor Motorsports and their Renault Fuego.
Renault Fuego invites you to enter the Turbo Zone. Renault Fuego, built with the same passion to perform that turbocharged Formula One. Renault Fuego, priced to move you from the here and now into the Turbo Zone.
Yeah, we've been desperate for a Renault Fuego. People have not wanted to bring one because they are incredibly awful cars, and this one was no exception, but we gave them the heroic fix. Car had not run for 10 years, ran for the first time like 2 days before the race. Its maximum speed was like 48 miles an hour, and we thought even that achievement was heroic, so nicely done, guys.
Yeah, the Renault Fuego is a car that we thought of day one of coming up with
It
the
is
LeMons.
a natural.
We thought, what's the worst car that you could get for free?
Renault Fuego.
And
Yeah.
I can't tell you how many teams have threatened to bring one of these things. Wait till you see our Renault Fuego for the 09 season. Yeah, well, none of that's ever happened. So these guys were really heroic in just bringing the damn thing. Now, if you go onto the LeMons Facebook page and you go under things that we like, it lists only 2 things. Hall & Oates, Renault Fuego.
Renault Fuego.
I got screwed. Went to the good guys in their Ford Crown Victoria. They're towing down to the track to make it in time for the block party parade, and the transmission in their tow vehicle blows up. Okay, what do we do now? We got to register this thing for the street. Now, this being South Carolina, you can get on the phone and be like, I need to register a car. And they say, okay, that will be fine. Now the car's registered, but it doesn't have any headlights or taillights or anything. So they steal the headlights and taillights from a cop car parked at the track. Okay, now we're really in business. We're driving down to the parade. It's gonna be sweet. Hood pins fail. Hood goes straight in the windshield. Ah! Worst thing that's ever happened to me! But they made it somehow, and they got teched. Okay, now we're home free. Now we're racing. Well, they were only racing for a brief period of time because then the transmission in the car blew up, and they finally said, okay, to heck with this, we have tried and failed. But they got screwed.
New trophy, best sculpture. Doesn't come up very often. Roadrunner, Coyote, life size, perfect, including the little Coyote thing, you know, running. Fabulous.
Judge's choice went to Mom's Friendly Racing Company, and they had a Honda. That's not important. What is important, they had an incredible 1980s WWF wrestling theme, and it was incredible. Rink on the top of the car, totally in character, doing completely fake wrestling moves all weekend.
Those are not fake. Organizer's Choice, NSF Racing, frequent contributor to the Org Choice category. So they found that in Canada, there was a different version of the Ford Falcon. It was just like the Ford Falcon, except it had a different grille and lots of Canadian maple leaves all over the place. Didn't make it a better car. This thing was terrible. And it blew up like 4 different motors, and its top speed was 22 miles an hour, but it just looked so ridiculous. Had to give it the Org Choice.
And that just brings us to the index of effluency, and it went to Speedycop. I think that's 7 IOEs ever, and hey, you know, it's not biased, he just brings amazing stuff. And he's gone away temporarily anyway from the making planes out of Toyota vans, making
Submarines
campers
out of Ford Fairmonts.
making campers into race cars. He's gone away from that and gone to the completely down to the nut and bolt accurate replica of TV and movie
Which
vehicles.
is a sign of OCD, I'm just saying.
And so this time he did the completely nut and bolt accurate replica of the Wagon Queen family truckster from National Lampoon's Vacation.
No. Mind you, a lot of people have done family trucksters. I mean, we've seen dozens of them, and they have all sucked. I will paint the car green, and I will strap a piece of Samsonite on the top. Har har, it is a family truckster. That is not a family truckster.
This is the family truckster.
All right, here's Lemons in a nutshell.
This is my line. I own it. This is the line, and it's mine. I own the line. This is the line, and I own it. I have the line.
Renault Fuego, built with the same passion to perform that turbocharged Formula One. Renault Fuego, priced to move you from the here and now into the turbo zone.
I'm gonna have fun, and you're gonna have fun. We're all gonna have so much fun we'll need plastic surgery to remove our smiles. You'll be whistling Zippity Doo Dah out of your